Greetings and salutations, and around 10 to 20% of adults who buy games finish them. That is reports that I have read on a plethora of articles. Numbers are thrown around. I doubt there's an exact number, but that sounds just about right. Because me, myself, I haven't finished a video game 100%, got through the story probably since I was 19. I am now 25, and I know a big factor of it is definitely because we work. You go to work for 8 hours. The times change depending on what type of work you're doing, especially if you're doing some sales work. Your shift goes different times every single day. You never really know what week you're going to have your off days on and what so have you. Very few of us have a core set schedule that we can build our life around, build our free time around, and really plan out how we want to spend that time. But most of the time we don't feel like stressing out on a video game about it. Most of the time we want to relax, when you got time away from your job, because most of us work jobs, especially if you work a job in the public. The public is not a fun place to work. I tell you that firsthand. No sir. I did security work at a casino at night. I didn't feel like playing any stressful video games when I just spent a 8 to 10 hours to 12 hour shift dealing with drunk, belligerent, sometimes weirdly flirty people, and then sometimes very aggravated people. And after that, I want to, throw some TV on or take a nap. That's what I want to do. I don't feel like playing video games. And I love gaming, and I've been trying my best to give myself the time and grace to enjoy it now that I have a job that is a set schedule. I do have consistent off days. I know what I'm going to do, when I'm going to be working. I do know that. So I feel very lucky in that. But I know a lot of us just don't have that. And I'm 25, and to me, gaming is still just as a part of me as it was when I was 10, as it was when I was 15, as it was when I was 18. It's just it evolves and goes from like one of my only core things I could do to really enjoy my time to just something that I have to pick to do. I gotta make time for it because it is a task, and I gotta fall in love with that loop again. That is what I have been practicing, finding games that make me fall in love with either the grind or the story or the characters, and it is very, very hard to commit sometimes. Like I'll see a game that I'm really interested in. I'll spend my hard-earned money on it. I will play it for like 2 weeks straight, probably get close to beating it, and then at some point just drop off and just don't finish. And I'll take some responsibility because some of the games I really love to play are these big, deep, expensive RPGs. That's the games I've been playing since I really learned how to read. It started all with Pokemon. It got the addiction in me, I think the last RPG that I finished was it's an action RPG. It was Red Dead Redemption 2, which in my opinion counts as an RPG. You're role playing as Arthur Morgan. You customize his character. You choose what to say in some story bits, and you're going on a set course, but you get to flesh it out how you want to, And yeah, I think that was the last game that I finished. That was like 2019. I got really close to finishing Persona 5. I did. And then my PS4, hit it. My PS4 at the time broke on me. So that restarting a game like that is very, very daunting. It's a lot to do. It's a lot to see, and that for RPGs in particular, that first playthrough is so important. I started playing Baldur's Gate 3 when it was in open beta, and then I started playing it on my brother's PS5 when my PS5 broke, right? I got pretty darn far. I got to Baldur's Gate, I got past some story bits, and then he wanted to start playing his PS5 again. And know what that meant? I had to just back off of it. And at the time, I don't think you could transfer over your save files to another system. And I got my Xbox Series S, love it by the way. And I didn't feel like going through the same story beats, you know? So thankfully with that game, you can try a whole totally different way of playing, and that's what I've been doing on my own time. But yeah, the older I got, the harder it was to just have time and mental space to set aside to finish games. So I want to tell you guys, if you feel bad about it, don't. You got more important stuff going on than video games. You have so much more stuff going on than wow, so much more important stuff going on than video games. So give yourself grace and tell yourself it's okay. Even if you spent money on it, do not let that lead you to a path of like feeling bad about yourself. That's why I would be like, darn, you spent money on it, you work hard for your money, and you're wasting it. It's not a waste. It's not a waste. If it's something you really want to accomplish, it's a game you really want to finish, make a little schedule for yourself, you know? Do a mission. You know, you don't have to burn through 5 hours today. Just do one mission. Beat one boss. Get past one part. And within that, you'll slowly start to knock it down. And who knows, maybe your spark for the game will just come back while you're playing it, and you're like, this is why I love this game. This is why I want this game. This is why I bought this game. And be kind to yourself about it, man. Like, seriously. We all got lives, and life throws you every which way. And I'll talk more about this at a later date, but recently my uncle Marcus, he passed away. And that happened, I think 2 months ago now. My brain has been fuzzy ever since it happened. And it made me just stay in bed all the time. It made me just, I was just watching TV, and I wasn't playing games. I wasn't doing my content anymore. I was kind of just stuck for a good month and a half. And doing this stuff now is pushing me to make sure that I don't go down that slump again. And also, my cousin showed my uncle the videos I was making, and he really enjoyed them. So in a way, this is me keeping him alive, because I want to do all the things he enjoyed seeing me do. You know, I want to make this life a good one for those who can't live it with us anymore. That is a big part of me doing a lot of this, from content creation to seeing people I care about more, and to even playing video games more, because these games, they fill me with happiness. And who am I to rob myself of my own happiness? You know? What a dick thing to do. I think that's all I got to speak on this matter for now. But all in all, don't feel bad about not finishing games, because they're always going to be there. They are literally always going to be there. Unless they try and take them from us, and then we gotta, sell the 7 seas. You know what I'm talking about. But deal with the important stuff first, and then go to the games. Or if the important stuff is something you can step away from for a little bit, and then just take time and decompress, use it as your decompressor. Even if it makes you mad. I'm looking at you, Marvel Rivals. It's still, I'd rather deal with that stress than the real world stress I'm dealing with, you know? So give yourself grace. Take it one battle, one mission, one boss at a time, and you'll get through it. And hey, maybe you didn't finish the game because you didn't like it. It's okay not to like things. It's okay not to like a game. It's okay. It's so okay to spend money on a game and not like it. And not, If you spend like an hour in the game and you're like, this is butt, it's butt. Get it out of here. Don't suffer because you spend money on it. Come on now. We never know what we fully get into until we get into it with these games, especially now. So give yourself grace. Take it day by day, bit by bit, battle by battle, boss by boss, and you gonna level up. Level up. Also, Ben 10 watch. It's your boy SirCorneliusss, and from the bottom of my heart, if you watch this all the way through, please like, subscribe, and comment a game that you really want to finish, and sit and think and tell us why you feel like that you stopped, and maybe you'll get some encouragement to go back to it. From the bottom of my heart, love you guys. Peace.